Once upon a time in the mountains of Lushan, a young woman was wandering alone when a stranger suddenly appeared. At first, she was angry, but to her surprise, the man was handsome. With just one glance, she felt her heart skip a beat. She wanted to greet him, but before she could speak, he walked away. Disappointed, she called out, but he never turned back. The next day, fate brought them together again. Excited, the woman gathered her courage and called out to him. Embarrassed, she pretended to ask for directions to the waterfall. The man, kind and polite, showed her the way. Suddenly, heavy rain poured down, and both of them ran to take shelter in a small pavilion. Though shy and awkward at first, they slowly began to talk. The man introduced himself as Daniel, a quiet architecture student. The woman smiled and said, "I'm Clara, a photographer from abroad." Their hands finally met in a warm handshake, marking the beginning of something special. Over the next 10 days, Daniel guided Clara through the mountain. Her bright and open personality slowly melted his shyness. They laughed, played, and explored together, their bond growing deeper each day. But soon, trouble arrived. Daniel's family disapproved of their relationship. Clara pleaded with his mother, leaving behind a message of hope. "Please tell him I will return." Heartbroken, Clara left for her homeland. Years passed. When Clara finally returned after the country opened its doors again, she searched everywhere for Daniel. His home was empty. His figure had vanished, yet fate was not finished with them. By the lake where they once dreamed together, they finally reunited. Overcome with emotion, Clara jumped into the water, and Daniel leapt after her. Embracing in the waves, they knew their love had never faded. Daniel confessed his love, asking Clara to marry him. She agreed, and together they faced their families. At first, both families resisted. Their fathers were once bitter enemies, but love proved stronger than old hatred. In time, the parents put aside the past, blessing their children's union. At last, Clara and Daniel stood hand in hand, their hearts bound by the promise they had once made in the mountains. Their families gathered for a wedding filled with joy and forgiveness, taking a photo that marked the beginning of a new chapter. The promise of Lushan was fulfilled. Love that endured distance, time, and hardship finally triumphed.